He's
Greg
pretty
does.
fucking sick, man.
I wish he'd talk more, frankly.
I wish we could get him full time.
We do have him full time.
No, we don't.
He's always there. He's always online, ready.
Yeah, he's on the online apps, but he's not on the in-person one.
Yeah.
No, but he
Yeah,
could be.
He has like reverse summer break, right?
Yeah.
Like this whole year is kind of his vacation time.
Yeah.
Here he goes to Budapest. I don't know.
Grand Budapest.
Reflex.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm munching on some chicken on a stick, guys, from Co-op.
Kebab?
They're good. They're really good, guys. Co-op might be the play this summer.
Is it the play this summer, Graham? I heard that you might have some beef with Co-op.
Well, I also hit the Co-op. I had the 3-piece chicken snack, and it was pretty good.
Okay.
We went to a different Co-op because my beef is not with Co-op as a chain; it's with a specific Co-op venue.
I wanted to go that one because that one's the best and it has milkshakes, but Graham really.
Yeah, I wanted to get those Freel milkshakes. Sponsored.
Oh yeah.
Here, but they didn't have any at Co-op, so I'm gonna write a letter complaining.
Well, you should join that local co-op, and then you can have a say because you'll be one of the co-operators
for Central Alberta.
No, you should work there.
No.
You should buy in and become one of the co-owners.
I am in.
You are
co-owners.
Yeah,
Own it.
because it's all co-ops in Central Alberta are collective.
Hell yeah!
Okay.
Make your voice heard.
Hell
as an owner.
Fucking shut that shit down, man. Or don't.
I should start committing like identity fraud and stealing people's identities just to make co-op accounts. So then I can be like, I own a lot of shares of this co-op.
Damn, these chicken on
Take
sticks
over
man,
co-op.
Very generous portions. This is 3 of these for $8. $9.
That was 3 of them. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I got one more chicken on a stick to crush you guys, but Graham is going to tell an awesome story.
Go for it.
You're just putting me on the spot. I don't know what story.
An awesome one, right?
Mm-hmm.
An awesome one. What kind of awesome stories do I have?
Oh, tell us. You can introduce the movies we're talking about today.
Oh yeah, we got 2 pretty good picks. Like one pretty surprising one, and another one just a decent movie all around. We've got the surprising one. I'll give that one first. It's a Marvel movie, and we're film lovers, which means we're Marvel haters.
Yes.
And they actually, not the best movie, but they kind of delivered on this one, and that is Lightning Bolts. Plural or singular?
I think it's singular.
It's Lightning Bolt.
Yeah.
Just Lightning Bolt.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a team movie, surprisingly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like cheeky.
Yeah, I suppose they're all such individual, fleshed out characters that, you know.
It's like very cheeky. So, Graham, what did you think about the movie?
I honestly very surprised because, like any Marvel movie walking into it, I'm like, oh my God, I do not want to be here. I do not want to be watching this. It's sloppy. Yeah. This is like the kind of movie. It's like if I'm trying to fall asleep, I'll put this on. If I'm trying to fall asleep on my couch, be extra slobby, I'll put it on like Netflix and
we should clarify that this doesn't include those like Sony Marvel movies like Craven. Those ones are good.
Those are need to be attentive for those films to really get messaging from them.
Yeah.
I'll add on to this. The last Marvel movie I saw, the Red Hulk one, shit. I've never been more depressed in my life.
Yeah.
That shit was awful.
In the VIP theater too, just you gave it the most fair shot you could.
Probably the most expensive movie outing of my life too.
I don't think anything will top Megalopolis. That was like $50.
Oh yeah, it was. It was close, man.
Yeah.
But Lightning Bolt.
It was good.
It was a good film.
I've crushed my chicken sticks.
As Ethan likes to say, I hate to say it, but it was good.
Yeah. As a good friend of mine would say, pretty good.
Pretty good, but I can't judge it until I've seen it at least 3 times.
And I have now seen it 3 times, so
the viewers aren't gonna know that we're doing a bit, and the bit is not that the movie was good.
No, yeah, the movie was genuinely pretty good.
I enjoyed it.
Going in, I was pretty skeptical, and I'm not sure if it's because of the unique mental space I was in when I watched this film or not.
I think it was because I recommended it to you and said that it was actually pretty good. I think that's why you were doubting.
But it was solid. I think I have some. So it's called fucking Thunderbolts, and
it is plural.
Yeah. Asterisks. And
what's the asterisk?
Do we spoil?
I mean, Marvel's already spoiled it on their Instagram.
Yeah, I got like the whole thing spoiled, but it didn't even take away from how much.
No, it doesn't really matter. I mean,
Giannis is okay if we spoil it. Yeah. Yeah, the asterisk is it's the new Avengers.
New Avengers.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, it was like that was the joke name because it was like it was a pretty fucking
New Black
bad
Widows.
Marvel. It was like a really bad Marvel bit. I can't lie. Where it was like Florence Pugh. Does she have a superhero name? Is she
She's
like
Black Widow.
She's not like the Blue Widow or anything. She's just a Black Widow.
Yeah.
Okay, so Florence Pugh, Yelena, had this soccer team growing up called the Thunderbolts. So they're doing this jokey joke like, we're the Thunderbolts. And at the end, they walk through this thing. And it's a pretty effective reveal, I can't lie. Like, if I didn't have it spoiled, that would have been cool. You didn't have it spoiled, did you, Sam?
No, I didn't know that that was the reveal.
How was that moment?
Well, to be honest, like I didn't see it coming. I know a lot of people said this movie was super predictable. I fully just went with it as it was coming. I think if it was surprising. I liked it. Yeah. But it kind of felt like tacked on too. Like
it's a little
that's
forced.
To me like where the special effects kind of like it didn't fall apart, but just like it became like, did you guys just film this like last week? Like it looks weird.
It's a little forced, and it kind of made me sad because I'm like, okay. Are we gonna lose everything that made this movie pretty good? As now that it's like an Avengers and fucking multiverse and all this bullshit, you know? Because even though this movie is pretty crazy in its setups and what it goes through, it's so unique to the other ones because it has characters.
Yeah,
and it has moments where it allows those characters to have gravitas and dramatic moments and flaws, and and that's good. It works. Pretty great acting too, for the most part. I would say.
And I like the quips weren't like too much to me. Like I felt like it was much more well like balanced and just.
The quips were pissing me off at the start. Man.
Oh yeah,
those were shit, bro. Those were fucking slop. I could not stand that shit because it's like it's such a piss off, man. And this is why Marvel always pisses me off, because you have a cool fucking situation, you have an interesting fucking moment that could have some sort of emotional weight, and they're so scared to let it be like anything. It's always undercut by a quip. Like the start where they're in like this room and they're all these Black Ops agents, right, who've been fucking sent to kill each other, right? It's pretty compelling for the most part. And they're in the incinerator. They're about to be burnt alive, and it's all just jokes. And it would be decent if they were good jokes, but they're the most predictable, annoying shit ever. And it's only saved by, I think the cast is so talented that it wasn't the most, like, that's the only thing that didn't make it so aggravating to me. Like, I think the cast is pretty solid, but just the material is so dry there. And I
didn't mind that stuff as much because I could see like being in that kind of like life. Well, not like personally, but I could understand a character like trying to like not take that moment as seriously just because, what else are you going to do?
I was thinking about that consistently through the start because I'm like, this is exactly how this is going to be explained away. But to me, it's like the writing just needs to be better. The writing is just so like dumb Marvel quip you've seen a billion times. Like if you want to do that, like these are fucking deranged people, the writing needs to reflect that. The writing needs to be like, these are deranged, broken people, right? Who are just like so unsituated in the world that they're able to get through that. And I wasn't getting that at all. It was just bad Marvel bits. If you're doing that humor, coping with terrifying situations, like with humor, the writing needs to reflect that more, like show me that these are broken people who are just so broken that this is okay. Instead, it was just like Marvel bit. So frustrating. Oh, it's so frustrating. And I'm very thankful, at least, that towards the end, and yeah, at the start of it with Yolana too, we actually got moments where it was sad, it was depressing. That was really nice, man.
There
Like
was
there's a
30
moment,
seconds where I thought that she had actually died. I was like, oh my God.
like the moment with
I fully bought
Yolana
into it.
and Red Guardian, where like that
Yeah.
scene actually got to me, man, because there's no
Yeah.
fucking jokes. It's genuinely a sweet, tender scene, man, of
Yeah.
this daughter having a breakdown. Like that is one of the best emotional moments the MCU has put out because it isn't undercut by a joke. I think
Yeah.
I was very conscious of how fucking poorly it was shot there. I don't know. It looked so bad to me, that bit, but
the whole movie is very gray. Like just
yeah, very bad color palette. It was
and flat.
aggravating me though when they got to like the really cool fucking scenes with Sentry and like the trauma dimension. Like that shit was awesome. That shit was actually awesome. And I was very impressed by them because they had they had 5 minutes without a dumb quip. And it just felt like sad.
That's
It just
huge.
felt rushing. And then fucking it comes in and there's a bit, and it's like, come on, you guys, you're so close. But I'm very complainy. It's a Marvel movie. Obviously, it's going to be like this. I'm so thankful we got the moments because I hate to say it, but this movie has a very strong emotional core that delivers on it, right?
Who directed this one?
I don't know. Marvel Director 30, probably. I don't know.
I think it's the same guy that did Beef.
Okay. David
Hasselhoff?
I don't know.
Yeah, David Hasselhoff.
No, okay. Really? That's interesting. That's cool. Yeah, I can kind of see that, just the subject matter a little bit, right? Just broken, shitty people.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I really genuinely, and once again, I was in a very interesting mental space when I watched this movie, but I found the emotions very effective towards the end. Like, yeah. I don't know if we want to get into that right away or talk about the characters first.
I don't know. Like, we should talk about Taskmaster, of course. It's kind of all of our collective favorite character.
I just want to bring up something because I don't know if this has been talked about on the pod, but there's some beloved Marvel directors, director duo. What's their name? They did the
Russo brothers.
Russo brothers. They did Endgame and Infinity War, and
a lot of
really
Community.
People really liked them for that. They also did a lot of Community, I guess. Yeah. But recently they put out a film that was based on the works of someone I follow on Instagram, that an artist I enjoy. I'd like to get some of his art books one day. Simon Stolenhag or Stolenhag. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it. But yeah, this Swedish artist, he creates some very compelling artworks with a lot of story, a lot of heart. And the Russo brothers turned it into Marvel slop. And people
Did you watch it?
I didn't watch it.
You don't need to watch it.
I don't want to watch it. I don't want to support this film in any regard. From what I saw of the reviews on Letterboxd, people that didn't know the source material also hated this movie.
Yeah, I think we talked about this on the pod already, didn't we? Like on the last week, we talked about the Electric State.
Maybe we did. I thought I was just having a conversation with Sam about it.
No, we've hit it before.
No,
I
I
don't
think
know if you were there, but I think me and Sam have definitely talked about it.
I thought Graham was. Maybe it was because we had a separate conversation, Graham. But
no, it's slop, man. It's very slop, and that's what makes me sad about these Marvel movies, man, and why it makes me mad, because they always sucker me in a little bit, right? They did it with WandaVision, and that was the crash out. They got me with Infinity War and then Endgame, Shit. It's just like they have really cool premises. The whole premise of the MCU could be a really interesting thing. Obviously, there's so many flaws with it, just like built into this industry and this system, what it represents. It's awful, right? But as just storytelling, it's interesting, right? Like just translating this really complex, multi-leveled, interconnected comic book storytelling to cinema. I'm down for that. It just sucks that they can never commit, and they have such cool premises that they always have to half-ass, or too scared to fully lock into,
Yeah.
And I'm very happy that this movie was able to land the mark for the most part. I'm scared that on rewatches it might fall apart a little bit, right? But
yeah, but I mean, are you gonna rewatch this movie? Like,
maybe there's a lot I enjoyed.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Like I think it's shot not the best, but it has some interesting fight scenes. I think, as I said, the acting's pretty great, and the emotional beats towards the end are great. And I think the narrative is genuinely interesting. The characters, though, I think Yolana is good. Yolana's really good. Great performance, great emotional depth. You know, I was relating to a lot of what she was saying, man. The writing, of course, is a little surface level, but it's feeling the feels. It was good, man.
And it's like a Marvel movie. It has to be kind of broadly accessible too. Like they can't get too deep into the weeds, or at least they think they can't. You know.
I was happy with what it got into, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think it was pretty effective, right? And I think Yolana, Florence Pugh communicated that quite well. Fucking John Walker, Captain America, kind of annoyed me, and I'll tell you why.
I liked him.
I liked him too. I love the idea of a fucking unhinged Captain America. That is like my favorite thing, right? And as shitty as Falcon and the Winter Soldier like was and became, I think his stuff in it is pretty solid, right? Just this normal, you know, patriot American getting thrusted into this mantle and trying to live up to Steve Rogers and just completely crashing out, right? Unhinged psychopath. That is so much fun, right? And I liked what we got of him here, but I'm going to say this with everything. It's always the caveat. I just wish they went a little harder. I wish they made him more of a dick, right? A little more of a psychopath. A little less redeemable. Obviously, that's just a personal thing and what they're trying to do, like forcing this in the new Avengers, it's fine. But I did like what we got. I liked him being an asshole. You know, I liked him being a dick and confrontational. But he only got like scary, quote unquote, freaky like one time with Bob Sentry. And I thought that was pretty disappointing. Like, I like that vibe. I love that vibe. Like, this dude's got PTSD, you know? This dude is like an American failure, you know? Like, I love that shit, man.
Yeah, no, it would have been cool if they went deeper into it. Like,
like I like
what we got. I think was pretty. Like, they did a good job at kind of balancing it with all these other characters as well, too. Like,
oh, for sure. Taskmaster gets murked immediately, which I don't mind. I don't care about
that was fine.
Yeah, I liked it.
The Slipknot treatment.
People get killed. That's good. You know?
Yeah. And it's immediate. They got one line and then shot in the face.
It's unceremonious too. I love that, right?
Yeah.
And it's by like the cast member too. Like that's fucking interesting, right?
Yeah.
What's her face? Was the
Ghost?
She sucked. There was like nothing.
Yeah, she's barely in it. Like it's
that was pretty disappointing, but I don't even know what she's from. Not that invested in that character.
Ant-Man 2, of course.
Okay. Red Guardian was hit or miss, I found, but I think David Harbour is like a charming, funny enough actor that, you know, he worked for the most part, and
he's got good dad energy, just in general.
Right.
So
like they're very lucky they got him in there because he was able to sell a lot of it. I thought. His place in the plot definitely felt very forced. A lot of it.
Yes,
that took me out of it pretty hard. Like
the moment he shows up in the like middle of the desert, it's like that's crazy. Like
shows up in the limo because they didn't set that up as their plan, did they?
No, they set that up as like he overheard Elaine, and then he figured out where they were somehow.
Yeah, I just don't buy it that he is fucking driving Valentina around. That Valentina's just hopping in this hop in this guy's limo.
Well,
that makes me.
No. I mean, I was filling in the blanks in my own head, right? Where it's like he also like he has his own limo company, but he also must work for this other limo company just as a driver.
Like they've set up Valentina as this CIA girl, crazy fucking security.
Yeah,
there's no shot that happened. I know plot.
Yeah, for this guy not
whatever, very nitpicky, but that took me out pretty hard. But I was happy for him there. Once again, hit or miss.
I like the idea of him being like obsessed with like Bucky Barnes as this like soldier of or like super Russian spy guy, right?
I like his like enthusiasm to put a team together. I like that dad vibe. Yeah. That was fun. Jokes, the individual jokes were pretty hit or miss, right? But his delivery was pretty good for the most part. Who else is there? Bucky is solid, I guess. He has.
I think it's weird that he's a senator. I don't get how that like.
Yeah, it's
he was a congressman. I don't get how that could
will
happen.
probably undo all of the criticisms I just made, but like I kind of like that. That feels very pulpy, goofy comic book to me, and I kind of like that.
Okay,
That works for me for some reason.
just like he's an ex like Soviet
Yeah,
spy.
it's like assassinated American politicians, and
Yeah.
it's kind of fun. I don't know. I kind of
Okay.
like that. I don't know. Weirdly, I did not mind that.
Okay.
And I quite like
That took me out a little bit. Where it's like, really, this guy? Like,
yeah, I don't know. I found that fucking kind of goofy and fun.
okay.
I got Smurf in Pokemon Go.
Nice. And I thought he was decent in it. Graham, do I switch device? What do I do?
No, just hit.
Yeah, no, he's a good actor. So
I don't know what you hit.
He was solid. Yeah, I liked him. He has a good action sequence, right, where he goes full Terminator. That's pretty fun. And yeah, not much to say. He didn't get much character in there. It's like
no,
that's the issue with these
he's
Marvel
been around so long.
It relies on you like knowing right the characters and all this stuff that they don't really do much with them in the movies. So that took me out a little bit, but that's okay. That's okay. And then we have probably the highlight of the movie for me, Bob, who is this like meth addict who they did human experiments on, and it's now Superman.
Yeah,
I genuinely thought he worked like nearly the whole movie for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like the actor, I don't think I've seen him in anything, but he's
in Top Gun too. He plays Bob.
I haven't seen that.
Okay, he's Bill Pullman's son. I don't know if have you seen Independence Day or Lost Highway?
Forever ago.
Yeah, he's that guy's son.
But he was good, man. Like the way he delivered most of the jokes was pretty solid because he didn't have that fucking annoying, snarky Marvel attitude of like being above it all and like wink at the camera. You know, he delivered most of his jokes in like the type of humor I like, super awkward. You know, like meekly, and you know I rock with that type of humor. So most of his good for me, and I thought he was just a pretty compelling character, right? Just this dude along for the ride. And obviously where it goes and how deep it gets with like the trauma and the depression, I found that all really, really worked and pretty good. And I thought like, I really like the suit he got. You know, I really like the fucking hammy Superman vibe they were pushing on. And
dyeing his hair blonde, you know.
Yeah, I loved that.
Everything.
Kind of like the Homelander dynamic from The Boys, where like
yeah,
have like a motherly control over him. I really like that stuff. That stuff's super compelling.
She had that for like 30 seconds. And I'm glad that they just kind of got that out of the way too. Like
I like that, right? He immediately fucking breaks. I love it. I really liked that action scene with him where he's just kicking everybody's ass. That's great. You know, just dominating. That's super
Bucky
fun.
takes off his jacket at one point. It's gonna get serious. No, it doesn't matter.
Disarmed.
Yeah.
Pretty fun stuff. And then when he goes like his void version, that's just great, man. Like I know
I really like the effect. Like I think the effect is really cool.
Yeah, it's gone some flack.
There was some backlash, I guess, to it because so when he like voids people or whatever, they cease to exist. They're erased from existence. People's memories of them go away. But the effect they do is that they turn into like a shadow on the ground. And that effect that they did was based on the nuclear shadows from Hiroshima.
Yeah.
So like if you walk down the street, there was people that were evaporated, and all that was left was just like a shadow of like a carbon imprint of them on like the sidewalk or a wall.
Yeah.
And I guess people were mad about that, saying it was like disrespectful. I don't know anything.
It's super powerful imagery.
Yeah.
Yeah, it works.
Anything Hiroshima related in art is like sick to me. Like it's so cool, and it's like it's immediately effective.
It was really good.
Yeah,
like that whole sequence when he started voiding out and would just like voided that little girl and started voiding.
Yeah,
it's good. Like I hate that we get like Marvel quips after that, like that undercuts it. That should be a fucking really scary, serious moment. But that stuff was great. I can't lie. That stuff was pretty good, man.
Yeah.
And just like all the commentary, I found it so effective. Just like, it's very hokey pokey. we can work through depression just by relying on others. But I found all that shit really good, man. It was really sweet. It was really sweet. I hate to say it, but it was sweet. It was good. Had me feeling shit.
To me, it would have been perfect if they had just said like just a couple sips of beer. You'll be fine.
Obviously, that any like conflict in any film could be solved with a couple sips of beer.
Yeah, just sit down.
Yeah, I really like that last sequence. The trauma dimension was super cool. There's these rooms you're falling into. Wish we played with that a little more. Wish it didn't have like silly dumb humor in it, but for what we got,
it was mostly played straight though. Like,
nah, it gets goofy, man, when he starts fighting the methed up chicken version of himself.
Oh, yeah. I guess, but I don't know. It's still like it's kind of serious. Like
that's the thing. It's half in, half out.
Yeah, I guess.
And obviously, guys, take all this with a grain of salt. It's a Marvel movie, right? But
yeah,
the main message here is they did good. I'm gonna see it as a film first, I'm not gonna cut Marvel slack. It's like that's how I see it, at least. It's you guys could have done better, It's an art form. I'm always gonna see it as an art form first. And I think they could have done it a little better. But we got a decent movie out of it that made me feel emotions. Can we believe it, folks? Felt emotions.
In a Marvel movie.
It was good, man. That fucking hug they do at the end, that was fucking sweet. That was really nice. The hug to pull him out, that was really lovely.
And did you stay for all the post-credit scenes?
Yeah, fuck. Ugh, yeah, kind of cringe, but I'm kind of interested in Fantastic Four now.
Yeah.
I like the retro futurism vibe they got, and if this is an indicator of, anything, it might be good. And also, Fantastic Four is a movie where that pulpy, dumb humor could work a little better if the jokes are good, right?
That is very much built into
right?
like Johnny Storm as a character.
Because guys, I don't mind Iron Man, I don't mind Spider-Man, because those are movies where the tone and atmosphere fits the jokes and humor, and it works. And I think Fantastic Four could work if it's this really cheeky, dumb, beat for beat, feels like fucking ChatGPT wrote all the jokes humor. I won't love it. But if it's like 50s, kind of humor, you know what I mean? Like that could be super
old-timey.
Yeah, that could be super fun. Like, and I think this movie could have worked so much better if the humor was more deranged, if it was more fucking skits and fucking crazy, like that could have been awesome. But once again, grain of salt. Yeah,
it's just fun, a silly Marvel movie.
It's just
they did good.
They did do good, and I'm proud of them. I'm proud of you guys.
Does it give you hope for Avengers Doomsday?
Not really.
That's shocking.
Not overly. Makes me like worried because I know that you think these characters are gonna be fucking hitting in that movie.
No, I don't think any character is gonna be in it for more than like 2 seconds.
Emotionally,
like the cast list is insane.
Like fucking look at what's their faces, Guardians of the Galaxy. They didn't translate super well to the big movies. They were okay, but I don't know.
Well, they didn't have a good, competent right. Like James Gunn wasn't making those movies, right? So
exactly, yeah.
It's got to be weird going from like writer as an actor, going from writer to writer while playing the same character.
I've never even thought about that. How jarring that must be.
Yeah.
Like, what's the worst example? Who's the guy who played Thor?
Yeah, Chris Hemsworth.
Like him from like Infinity War to like Endgame. Like why? Oh, that's a
even between the like Thor 2 and Thor 3, right? Like going from Kenneth Branagh, like having like a Shakespearean director to Taika Waititi.
Yeah.
Like that's a hard shift. That's crazy.
That is tough.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I didn't really like Ragnarok that much.
Me neither.
I heard people really liked that movie, and I had only seen the first Thor, which I hated. And I think I've talked about my theater experience where I have this weird memory where it was like I thought I was spitting popcorn seeds on the floor, but I'm like, why would I do that? and then I have this vivid memory of this lady turning around and going, "Can you please stop doing that? That's disgusting." And then like
were you actually doing that?
I don't know, because that doesn't seem like something. And then the craziest part is if this happened, I was there with my family. My family would have been like, "What were you doing in there?" But I asked them about that. I was like, "You guys saw that lady that yelled at me, right?" And they were like, "What are you talking about? This didn't happen."
This is the awesome story I was cueing you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, that was, the things that happen when you're watching the first Thor, most boring movie I've ever seen.
That movie is pretty boring.
Yeah.
Pretty thoring.
Oh.
The least boring thing about the movie is I have this, like, fucking gaslighting experience. I don't know
That's
what
fucking
happened.
hilarious, man. You have a Tyler Durden in your head, just this scream.
Yeah.
Did this? Because like this was vivid. This happened to me, but like
I believe you, but
you
that's
probably
crazy.
fell asleep in Thor. Like,
oh, you could have, yeah. You could have genuinely been asleep.
yeah.
You could have genuinely.
It's also possible this could be a cope that I was just spitting the popcorn seeds back into the bag, like handfulling them into my mouth and spitting them back in the bag, and then she thought that was disgusting.
But for your family,
I like to imagine that you were spitting them directly into her hair, like just right.
No. From what I remember, if this is what happened, I was spitting them like onto the floor in front of me, which is awful. I'm like, why would I do that?
How old would you have been?
Like
10?
Let me see when it came out, because I watched it in theaters.
That was like 2008? 2010?
No, it was like 2010 or 11, I think.
So I would have been 9.
Yeah.
I'm getting such a vivid image of that right now, and it's great.
I could see a 9-year-old spitting popcorn seeds onto the floor. I could,
I don't
know.
But
for your family not to, they were just that locked into Thor. They were loving.
Yeah, they loved Thor.
I don't know. It was my dad and my older sister. They were right beside me, so they would have heard this. Like, she raised her voice at me in the theater. She was like, "Can you please stop doing that? That's disgusting." And then just turned around.
I think you probably fell asleep. That's the only explanation.
I felt
that
fully
makes a lot of sense to me.
Like, my memory of this is that like this fucking happened.
I've had dreams like that.
Yeah.
I've had
especially in that like between
this
awake and asleep state like that I can get in a movie too, where it's like anything kind of could happen.
Yeah, I've hit that. I've fallen asleep during so many movies now. Can't lie.
Yeah.
And it's this weird, like, almost feels lucid state of like in between sleep and reality.
Yeah,
it's
weird
really,
unreality.
Yeah, it's super weird. So I think that's what happened.
I think I was.
That's my guess as well.
I don't think this was a dream.
Damn, you gone through.
It couldn't have been a dream.
Of grief, we're on acceptance already.
I don't think I've ever fallen asleep in a movie theater. Is the thing.
Do you count Margaret Parsons?
No.
I've definitely fallen asleep. Maybe I hadn't fallen asleep in a movie theater until Sif.
No, I've fallen asleep during a lot of movies, man. Something about just that atmosphere, the warmness. You're in the comfy seat and
shit. You don't have too much longer.
Yeah, I do work at 5, so I think this is just gonna be a Thunderbolt.
Yeah. Thunderbolts pod.
Thunderbolts pod.
Thunderpod. Asterix, and then the asterisk is that it was supposed to be for sinners, but we didn't get there. Yeah.
Clever, Sam. I'm glad we got the better movie out of the way first, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
One of them will be remembered throughout history as, redefining cinema. The other was Sinners.
Yeah. Got 'em, Sinners. I like those apples, Ryan Coogler. You broke my MCU director theory, Ryan Coogler, that no director out of the MCU has made a good movie. He did it.
Okay,
that's just not true.
Actually, do you want to hear something?
Like after making an MCU movie?
Oh, after. Yeah. Okay.
So I found this out when I was looking at the Electric State stuff with the Russo brothers, and this has me rethinking my whole life, because everyone knows my favorite film is Everything Everywhere All at Once. Amazing movie. I found out Russo brothers were producers on that movie.
I mean,
I think they're just getting their grubby paws on any like multiversal thing.
Maybe, but that shit was like, oh my god, they had their grubby paws on my fucking favorite film.
They probably didn't do anything. I doubt they were even on set.
It's my favorite. When you see a trailer, it's like from the producers of.
Yeah,
from the money claimers of.
Yeah, that's what
exactly.
Yeah.
From the people who got paid.
Producers work hard, guys.
Fuck them.
Dude, I remember going.
No, we love producers. Produce our movies, guys.
Produce our podcast. We got to get a Golden Globe.
I remember when we went to the producer summit with the school, and just being like, "Oh my god!" Like no one here cares about film that much. Like most of the people talking, like, do not seem to care. Like all of them were like, "When I found out about this industry and how much money I could make, I started producing so many films. We got so many films on TV, and I'm making like 200, 300,000 a year."
Yeah, but we love them.
But we love them.
Movies, please. Producer movies. I guess, unfortunately, the money does have to come from somewhere.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Producers, they're really like the patron saints of our day.
It's a patronage.
I don't know. I'd be down to produce movies, but I'm going to I'm going to put stuff into that movie. I'm going to put my all into a movie I'm producing.
Yeah,
it's hard though. Like, don't you want the artists to like I want to let the people making the movie make the movie.
I want the director to do their work, but I want to make sure this is a good movie.
The way I see it is I'd eventually love to like own a studio, right, where I produce, films and
Critterpit Studios.
Yeah, and
you do own a studio.
Like, I just fucking pick scripts I really like and filmmakers I really like and let them do their thing. That's
yeah.
You kind of want to be like the next like Harvey Weinstein of cinema.
He was, I mean, he started a lot of those like American independent guys. Like, it sucks, but that legitimately is the origin story for a lot of those guys.
The Weinstein brothers did a lot of good stuff for film and a lot of bad stuff for film and people.
Film. Yes.
Yeah. What are you gonna do though? Lock them up. Let them rot. Harvey Weinstein.
Literally, I mean, it looks like. Right? I think he still is.
Good.
Looks like he's rotting.
Is Bob Weinstein in jail as well? Brother?
I don't think so.
Because I remember every once in a while I'll see a movie. It's like produced by Bob Weinstein. I'm like, oh.
I would change my last name.
Yeah, I was gonna say you wouldn't fucking change your name from Bob Frankenstein.
Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Oh, God bless.
He's got some allegations as well, Bobby.
Oh, yeah. And also, it's like how fucking you are. Like you'd have
so
to
close to.
You'd have to
at least like know like, and I mean everybody knew in Hollywood too. Like it was almost a joke, right?
Yeah, that's fucking evil.
That kind of reminds me of what was it? What's that movie called? Barbarian. I love that movie, Barbarian.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing that movie plays with is they introduce a character a little, like about a third of the way into the movie. They introduce a completely new character, a new protagonist.
Yeah, the producer guy.
He's a film producer, and he's got allegations against him.
Yeah,
and you go from like a horror scene to
real life horror.
Yeah, real life horror.
Yeah.
This guy's life is falling apart in front of his eyes, and
he's the monster.
He's so undoubtedly the monster too in that movie.
I wish the movie played with it a little more, because initially when he's just in the car, it's such a horrific scene. You're like, you just met this guy, you're following him, so you're like, okay, I'm on his side.
Yeah.
And his life is falling apart, and he's like, this is bullshit, like I didn't do anything. And he's fucked, and they're like, you need to like lay low for a bit. You need to like contact your lawyers. And he's like, no, we gotta like fight this. And they're saying like, no, you gotta kind of just take it for a bit.
Yeah.
And then he gets home and he immediately is like, fucking lady,
yeah,
I'm a piece of shit. And like, okay, I hate this guy now.
Yeah, he continues to be a piece of shit though throughout the movie too, right? Like
the ending of that movie, dude,
it's fun.
He's such a fucking asshole.
But it is.
There's a new movie coming up by that director soon. I think it looked pretty good. Yeah.
And guess what? Producer of It worked on Barbarian.
From the producers of It.
Yeah.
Weapons. That's the new one by him.
Okay.
They've been just doing a really interesting marketing campaign. They released like a 2-hour video or something. I don't know. It looks interesting.
Huh.
Yeah. It's got Josh Brolin and Alden Ehrenreich. Yeah, good cast.
I really like Alden Ehrenreich. That's Han Solo, right?
Yeah.
Fucking
that's my Han Solo.
Release the short film Brothers. I can't find it anywhere, man. Shit is so good. Was it called Brothers, Sam?
Cousins?
Shadow Brother Sunday.
Yeah, Shadow Brother Sunday. That shit is fucking maybe one of the best short films I've ever seen, man.
I thought you were
that was really good.
I love that shit, man. That is such a fucking I remember so vividly watching that at SIF and just getting just the biggest gut punch I've maybe ever gone from a movie. Like that shit is so good, man. Oh my god. Release it somewhere, please.
I found it.
It's out there?
I got it. I'll send it to you.
What? I fucking looked for so long and you instantly found it?
Yeah, this I was looking for the mustache, this movie for like an hour. And then I texted Sam and I'm like, I'm trying to find this movie. Sam's like, talk to Miguel. So I text Miguel. I'm like, hey, one of my sources says you've seen this movie and you can find it for me. And then as I'm texting him, Sam's like, found it.
Yeah, who are you?
And it was
I don't know. It's not that
for Sam.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Dude, I fucking searched. I was on Reddit threads, man.
I don't know. Just get better.
I guess. Sam knows a guy, I guess.
I know Alden.
Movies, but because I haven't been watching a lot recently.
That's crazy.
I do need to watch the next Philippou Brothers movie. They did Talk to Me, their new movie.
Oh yeah,
Bring Her
Yeah.
Back. So good.
When does that come out?
Got to man. June, I think.
Yeah,
that shit looks awesome, and
they're going more psychological.
Yeah, that shit looks really cool, man.
I haven't even watched any trailers. I've been totally avoiding it.
It looks awesome.
The trailers don't really reveal much at all.
No, yeah, it's like a horror trailer. But
it's this mother. All you know is that she's adopting kids and she's doing some sort of weird stuff with them.
No, it looks awesome.
They're trying to bring someone back.
Did you see the trailer for him?
I did, yeah.
That shit looks fucking rocking, man.
Him?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm the only thing I'm a little worried about is that it's gonna be like a Jordan, because Jordan Peele's such a popular filmmaker. He's already kind of started a trend of imitation films, right? What was the one a little bit ago? I never watched it. It was Antebellum or something.
Yeah.
That was very hard trying to do a Jordan Peele-esque movie, and I heard it just completely sucked. So I'm a little worried in that regard, but just based purely off the trailer, that shit looks so fucking good, man. That is probably one of the best trailers I've ever seen, man. Do you remember it, Sam?
The trailer for him? Yeah.
First
no, it looks really cool. It's definitely
the first minute is a mock hype, Nike ad where it's you gotta dig deep, you gotta fucking go hard, right? And then the transition into just fucking horror is so good, man.
I'm watching it right now.
Just the theme of it all, it is right up my alley. Those
it hits that the transition.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's a good ass trailer. Once again, I'm a little anxious just because it's what if this is just very shallow, type of thing. But no, based off that trailer alone, Jordan Peele producing too, that could be a fucking banger, man. And I'm very, very excited for that.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Yeah. But yeah, Thunderbolts 7 out of 10.
Yeah, there's probably 7 out of 10 for me as well. It's
probably good. 6 on a rewatch, but those emotional beats really hit. I think the characters were pretty good. Yeah.
Good time with it.
And before I go, I just want to mention we got the 48-hour film festival coming up for real this time. For real.
Yeah. We got the dates.
I
have some insane lore to tell you right after.
Yeah.
The pod. Yeah. and I'll only be able to drop it after. But it's crazy. Okay, anyway, sorry.
Yeah, I'm hyped. It's gonna happen this time, Critters. We have the weekends right. We're all in. It's good.
Yep, we got equipment. We're all locked in.
Hell yeah.
That shit looks sick. That shit looks
Doesn't
sick.
that look awesome, dude?
I like you can see. I don't know if they got Jordan Peele's cinematographer for it, but like one of the first shots of the like planes doing the red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
Going across.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, this is Jordan. This feels
Dude,
Jordan.
isn't that transition from fucking hype beast ad
That's fun.
to horror? That's fucking effective, man. That shit is so cool.
Good fucking shit.
There's some movies that look really good coming. Very excited.
Yeah, man. I think obviously cinema's always gonna be fucked, man. Like any art that requires this much money, people, and time is gonna be fucked. But I think the industry is stepping in some ways that could be really cool.
Yeah, and I mean, this year is just it's a really good year. Like all the stuff that's been finished after the strike now is coming out. So there's like a new Jim Jarmusch movie, there's a new Greg Araki movie, like so much shit I'm really excited for.
And yeah, and we'll get more into that in Sinners. I think that'll be a big talking point with Sinners. But
yeah,
we're looking good.
Original Pit movies. Okay, bye.
That's the Pit.
We out.
You and Graham don't want to continue afterwards?
No, I want to tell you something first.
Okay.